What's up everyone, welcome to my channel again. And today we're going to talk about a few theory about the fuel economy driving. Well, first of all, you might notice a different angle and different video quality compared to previous video. Well, I set my camera to a DSLR and I do a DIY mounting on my dashboard. So I was able to mount my DSLR camera on my dashboard. So I'm now using the DSLR instead of my phone. So before we start today's video, click the subscribe button and follow my Instagram page. So there's a few theory about fuel economy driving. Well, I'm going to list out a few and talk about a few of them. Well, first of all, nature of manual. Well, when I have a conversation with my friends, most of them think that I drive a manual, my car should be very fuel economy. Well, let me tell you, by theory, yes, manual is more economy unless you get an auto with a lot of overdrive like 6 speed, 7 speed, 8 speed, 9 speed, then auto is more economy. But for our normal car, the auto is just a 4 speed, it's just a CVT. The manual will be more economy, yes. From theory, it's correct. But the thing is, nobody buys a manual car to save fuel. Nobody. A lot of people buy a manual car because they want to play with the car, like me. And people like us, we won't save fuel by driving manual. So this theory is not really true. Next, eco indicator. Nowadays, a lot of cars has an eco indicator on the meter there. But people always say that you drive your car with the eco indicator always light up. Then you will save more fuel. Is it true? The eco indicator, it lights up whenever your fuel economy is better than average. For example, as long as it is more than 10 km per liter, the eco indicator will light up. So you don't know how economy you are. The only thing you know is that your driving style is better than average. So the eco indicator theory is not really useful. Next, smooth driving. Well, some people say if you drive your car smoothly without brake, without acceleration, you will save more fuel. But unfortunately, it is almost impossible to exist. Well, I did have one time which is very perfect, everything is smooth, flat, no hill, and yeah, it's very fuel economy. But the thing is, it rarely exists because there's traffic, there's hill, there's different kind of road surface, and there's different kind of mode you are driving. So it's hard to achieve that smooth driving. Next, RPM theory. There's also some people thinking that if you drive your car with low RPM, you save more fuel. For example, they'll say something like, if you drive a manual car, shift below 2000 RPM, only rev until 2000 RPM. Just an example. Well, is it true? Well, if you drive in 1000 RPM, the petrol inject 1000 times in a minute. If you drive at 5000 RPM, for example, the petrol inject 5000 times into the engine. So based on this count, yeah, it is true. If you drive in lower RPM, you save more fuel. So that's why for automatic car, they have a lot of overdrive. For example, like 7 speed automatic, they are able to drive their car at 110 km per hour at 2000 RPM, which will be a lot better than Persona driving 110 at 3000 RPM. So for those cars, they are able to achieve a very good economy because of the lower RPM. Next is a 90 km per hour theory. Well, the 90 km per hour, it can be differs from car to car. Some car is 80, some car is 70, some car is 100. So it differs, but generally it's just around that figure. So why is this speed? Well, because this speed is when you are at the lowest RPM, highest gear, and highest achievable speed. And also at the same time, your drag force is just at the point that it's going to affect your fuel economy. Because the drag force increase as your speed increase. This is defined by a drag force formula, something about drag coefficient, and the speed is a times. So as you increase the speed, the drag force increase. So this is actually true. And some of them even think that you have to accelerate hard until that speed, and then you just let go and drive smoothly. Well, that is also true because, well, for example, this is just an example. If you drive smoothly at 90 km per hour, you get 20 km per liter. And if you accelerate slowly to 90 km per hour, your economy is like 15 km per liter for a minute. And then if you doing hard acceleration, your fuel economy is very bad, 10 km per liter. But the worst economy only occurred for 5 seconds. So because of that, hard accelerating will save more fuel if you're doing a long distance drive. And next is a horsepower theory. There is also some people like me who thinks that the more power you have, the more petrol you save. Well, because actually there is some people tried before. They use a American 5.0 V8 car, and then they compare the fuel economy of that 5.0 liter car to a Toyota Prius, a hybrid car, and they drive at the same speed, and surprisingly the 5.0 petrol engine is consuming less fuel than the Toyota Prius. So the idea is that if you have a very powerful car, you only use 10% of the power to drive at 60 km per hour, for example. And if you have a underpowered car, for example a Kanchio, you need like 70% of your power just to run 60 km per hour. I'm talking about example. But the idea is that you use a smaller percentage of available power to drive the car. It means that it saves more fuel. And next is a scientific theory. Well, this is based on the second law of efficiency in thermodynamics. Well, based on this theory, your engine is most efficient when it's driving on the highest torque, the peak torque. For example, 4000 RPM, 150 Newton meters. Well, first of all, it is not the most economy driving because it's 4000 RPM. And if you drive on older car, the peak torque is high. It's like 5000 RPM. So it's not economy. But the thing about the efficiency is, for example, you inject 10 units of petrol into the engine, and 2 units is the engine loss. So it's always a 2 unit loss in your engine. Let's take it as an example. So you have 8 units of petrol burned in the engine to create power. And for the 8 unit of petrol, if you drive on lower RPM, you only produce a little power on that 8 unit of petrol. But if you drive on the peak torque, you use the 8 unit of petrol and you produce the most power out of that petrol. That makes it the most efficient. So it is not about the economy, it is about the efficiency of the engine, the petrol. Although it's not related to economy at all, most of the new car, they focus on this thing. Like they design their engine with most of the torque at the low end part. So you drive your car mostly on the peak torque range. So your engine is always efficient. It also contributes a little bit on the economy because there's less loss in burning the petrol. So these are a few theories that I heard about and that I know. Maybe I missed up some. If you have some theory that I missed out, feel free to share it at the comment section. So I hope you find this video informative. Like it if you like, comment if you want to say anything, and if you haven't, click the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next video.